So anyways, real quick, I did just wake up from the bed and it's to me it's like it's one of them days. It's one of them days of course if I claim it, but then it ain't. If I don't. But right now I feel like one of them days. Somebody put them shoes on that moon. It was like if I seen these shoes, just know it's one of them days. Those them shoes that look like how Monica had on in I guess one of them days. On the phone, whatever. But anyway, that's it. Trying to make it real quick. I don't know what that is. Who knows? Just the dream that I just had. It could have been intense, and it wasn't. It's like God removed the intenseness part of it, but it still appeared to be like dangerous. I was riding in the backseat of a vehicle that my previously known parents had. Step parent and so-called mom, stepdad, so-called mom, and it was this boot expedition or whatever they had or got or whatever, and I had one like that too until I got rid of it, and I was riding and I don't know what was taking place, but where we was going, but then the previously known stepdad pulled out a gun on me. It was a little hand pistol or whatever. It wasn't a big weapon, but still pulled out a gun. And I did something like maybe trying to block it or whatever with my hand and was telling him, you need to put that down, put that gun down, this, that, and third. And just was letting him know. And I don't know, I can't remember my so-called mom. She was in the passenger seat. He was in the driver's seat, but he got out and like somehow and for some reason came to the back of the car where I was sitting. It started pointing, taking aim at me. And I ended up trying to block it and just hoping that it wouldn't go off or whatever. And that's why I said it could have been intense, but for whatever reason, I removed the intensity, so I didn't feel that same like. I'm not saying it wasn't real. I'm not saying that it ain't already happened, or I don't think it's nothing that's going to try to happen, but something that probably already tried to happen or whatever. And then and I think I had on my black scarf in there. I don't know. I had some scarf on. I can't remember if it was my black one or what. But either way it go, whenever it done happened or, God removed the intensity of it. And so, because sometimes I be feeling still intense in a certain dream. Like that thing is happening now or going to try to happen or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Or even when it did happen, it was just showing me. So this one right here is just like if I had to measure it on a threat level, even though it appeared to be a threat, it was like between a zero. I wanted to say a two, but it's like a zero and a one. If a one, but basically like something could have went wrong, but it didn't. Thank God for that revelation and understanding, because that's the only way that my understanding and stuff come. And then it goes back to that video that I seen where they was all standing in my yard. It was previously called stepdad, so-called mom, previously called siblings and their kids and stuff. And then it was me and my kids. And I looked over. I got the video, and I looked over and seen my so-called mom waving at the neighbor next to him. It's like, I don't know. Are you watching the surroundings, or are you? I don't know what was going on. I don't know what it was. I just don't understand it. So, anyways, he pulled out the gun, and I did that, trying to block. And then I was like, I'm getting out. Then somehow I was like, let me get out the car and go elsewhere. Got out the car, and started. This is why I say I be feeling confused, because I don't be knowing, the people that you grew up with or that supposedly raised you. You get to a point where they don't want you to. It seems like they don't want you to live no more. Like they only want you to, I guess, live until they ready for you to be up out of here. And that's why I feel like, you know what? I have to have my life guarded and protected by God because at any given moment, these whoever feel like they doing you a favor or whatever, like you're not doing me a favor. I would just feel like you're not doing me a favor if you partook in laying down and getting me here. You're doing yourself a disservice and you're doing yourself a you know what I'm saying? I don't know, you tampering with something regarding yourself. And even though he's not my real parent, if you signed up to take care of somebody and then afterwards you just want, oh, it don't matter if they don't want nothing to do with you or whatever the case, you did what you were supposed to do or what you signed up to do, which was what you thought was the right thing, then you know, after that, and then you turn and feel a sour type of way. That's something on you. That's what I feel and believe. But like they is something that be trying to convince me. No, issue. You know, you the issue. You the problem. Or whatever. So So anyway, get out the car, and I had one of my sons look like my younger son, but I can't remember the face, how his face looked. I had one child with me. I don't know where my other child was. Of course, I just automatically assume my daughter is, um, you know, where she be at now when she's not in my dreams. Uh, but when I tell you, by these dreams, it would appear definitely that these folks dangerous. And at this point in time, I really don't feel or believe nothing otherwise. So it's like, honestly, it's like on this end of me, I don't feel like I could trust, of course, the boys are so-called, the old, what's his name? Definitely not my daughter's so-called dad, because he teams up with his mom. He just wants to do what, it ain't necessarily that he want to do what makes them proud. He want to act like he do, so he don't look like the quote-unquote disrespectful one and stuff like that now, because he didn't let me know that. But and he want to sit around and congregate with them and stuff like that. I guess if that's what he do, sit up close and personal. They don't like his ass, but they'll tolerate and deal with him because my daughter, um, who of course I taught stuff in here when I was raising her and this and third, and told her, you know, this is the truth of the matter, honey. This you don't want to keep these, and I was just teaching her because I'm like, you don't want to keep these cycles repeating. But she looks at stuff and then she'll, you know, maybe latch on to certain stuff again because it doesn't look appealing. It looks more appealing there than it does here. And that's like, oh, girl, you know. And I be just hoping that girl don't go out sad. That's all I be saying. But I don't never think she gonna go out bad because I don't feel like it's in her now. As far as her so-called dad's side, yeah, he'll have going out bad. But yeah, just don't go out sad. Definitely don't go out bad. But don't go out none of them. Like, be victorious. Anyways, that's a whole nother. Like I'm telling you, I can lay there peacefully, and again, it's God just showing me. They say if you can't dodge it, ram it. But yeah, it's God showing me, you know what be taking place, and I'm thankful. But it's still, if I was to see it seriously with my natural eyes, I'd be like, I probably would be the one. I'd be talking about fainting. I'd probably be the one that would faint, like old dude did. Then it goes back to when he claimed he was sitting on Facebook watching my so-called mom's page and stuff like that. Like, wow, what are you looking up and doing that? What do you want to sit back and watch her? But you know, it might be key in something else or whatever. And I'm just like, because the way he said, he was like, yeah, I'm on your mom's Facebook page, baby. I've been deleted mine off of there. So what are you on there for? And that's what tries to get me. Like, why are y'all even still communicating with my so-called? And I done basically on a high on I'm on a basic level, but on a high level, disconnected from them. Y'all not even understanding. Why are y'all sitting around doing that? What you want with them? You know what I'm saying? This is my thing. You had the opportunity to see up close and personal. Now, my daughter's so-called dad, he took them opportunities. I feel like he's smart too, but I don't feel like he's a wise dude. I don't feel like neither one of my so-called children's parents, absent parents, are wise people. That's just that. They make the sickest, dumbest, most remedial. Me, again, I could be considered a wise person, but sometimes not smart. I don't know how it makes sense, but anyway, I don't know. Anyway, and that's only because they plucked from me and pulled from me. That's what it is. So, or it comes off as like ditzy and doofy and stuff like that. Okay, whatever. And I do be feeling like you think that all you want to. And I'm not the type that's gonna play the role. I'm the type that I will observe you doing some crazy stuff, and then I don't get uncomfortable either in my spirit or just period. I'm feel uncomfortable. And baby, I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do is like, I mean, you can't even imagine what I'm gonna do because I can't imagine what I would do because God will give it to me. He'll quicken me right then and there on what to do. Baby, it could be I'll tell you to smell my hair. I'll tell you to, you know what I'm saying, just to get you on some other stuff. I'm just saying. And so, that's just an example. But I can't get to the dreams that I'm sending. So I be always having to add my little ad libs. Um, so I got out the car. Me and the child was leaving, taking some stuff, and I was getting. We must have been already like at a hotel or something like that. And I was trying to check. I was getting ready to go check in. They had already gotten a room or something like that, had keys, and somehow I took keys to those places, and was getting ready to go stay in them rooms. And when I was out, I was walking backwards towards the building because I was looking at the car, and somehow my so-called mom got the gun. I don't know. I can't remember if she was pointing it at me, but she had it out and was showing it. I don't know if she was pointing it though. I really don't. Like it was just that a few minutes ago. I should remember, but maybe she was pointing it, maybe she wasn't. And then I was thinking about I'm about to pick up my youngest child and make sure, to deter her. But I don't think I picked up my child. I don't know. I could have not. And then I was just walking backwards, like, let me make sure I get in safely. But she had the gun too, so, and I don't know. And I'm just I'm telling you, it'd be appearing dangerous. But again, God removed the intensity. Hallelujah. I ain't saying that with sarcasm. I'm just saying it like, thank you, Lord. Like, I'm thankful. That right there showed me something. So I ain't end up getting shot or killed or anything in that dream. They just Like, why would you even? I just feel like, why would you even try to intimidate me? Why would you do that? And oh yeah, I remember saying something in the dream about motives. So I don't know, just to indicate why, um, something about my, again, my previously known, I don't even want to call him previously known, but my brother, well, now from another mother, but no, but my brother, you know what I'm saying, from my same, again, so-called mother, was telling me, saying something in the dream, like, we need to talk, you know, so. And that's why I be sitting here like, man, how can a conflict or how can anything find me and bother with me when I don't bother with y'all? When I don't even be, I be doing my own thing. And they be mad because I be doing my own thing, but at the same time, I guess they're not going to outright admit it to me especially, but shit, they might not even be admitting it to themselves. It's like, and again, it gets to a point where it's like, well, let's look over there and see what she doing, how she surviving. Baby, they can ride past my house at any given time, see what I got going. See some of what I got going on, what I allow to be shown. But hey, I'm not saying I learned from the best, because at this point I'm like, I don't know if y'all the best at all. But I did learn from the best when it comes to God giving me ways to maneuver through life and things like that. But anyway, so that right there just showing me that y'all pulling out some kind of weapon. At this point, I'm not even surprised because. So anyway, something when I got up and went into the hotel, the building or whatever, I was checking in at the desk, and I think like my wallet or something was laid out, and somebody was looking all in my wallet trying to see what was going on. And this reminds me of my little vacation type thing, and um, cause I was doing some stuff, I was getting some groceries and some things like that, and this person was like, "Why are you doing this and this and the third?" After they had gave my kids clothes, I'm not trying to say they made my kids a charity case, but it was giving my see now I guess it's time to talk to someone about this. But was giving my kids clothes and stuff, and it was new, still had the tags on it, and then I realized, and now I know, gave my kids some clothes. I was like, why you keep giving my kids? I'm feeling like, why are you giving my kids clothes? And this and her. For one, she had her personal reasons. Well, she had all personal reasons, but she definitely had some other personal reasons that I'm not gonna mention. But her own son was gone, so she didn't have nobody there to, she was kind of like catering to them, whatever. And then I found out later that her son, her son is in foster care or whatever. So it's like, okay, so yeah, and that's why I'm like, I don't want that to be the reason why I don't have, why I only have one of my children or whatever. This life is something. You just never know when you turn this corner or turn that corner what's gonna happen. But anyway, I was just like, why is she doing this or whatever? But yeah, gave my kids all these clothes or whatever. And so it's almost like we breaking even, honey. You ain't doing nothing more for me than I'm doing for you. So I ended up putting groceries and stuff in the freezer. And mind you, it wasn't no small amount. And so I feel like everything that you tried to give me or cover or whatever, I gave it to you. Plus, I paid for where I was staying at. And so my wallet or whatever was open on the counter, and some lady at the front counter made a comment of, I don't know if this indicates her, and then the boss lady or whatever came out, but or the other worker or whatever. But she was like something about this room or that whatever, and we don't know if such and such it's for people who can afford it. And she just said that while she was looking at my wallet, and I was like, and like in my daycation, it was like, oh, you need to stay another day or something? Or why are you doing this? And I was like, if I needed to stay another day, then I would pay for that. I paid for one day for a reason because I like to be at home, honey. I like to come back home. One day is good enough for me and my kids to get in, do what we need to do, and that's that. It's like, we need to. So, I mean, she didn't say it in an offensive way, but she was just like saying it in like a curiosity type way. Girl, if I wanted another day here, I'll pay for it. And so it's something in the dream like happened like that. And I was like, well, I'll pay for such and such. And I don't know, in this dream, the number 300 came up. I don't know if that's the cost of a room or something like that. And then once that happened, I was like, well, I'll speak to the manager or whatever. And I'm really feeling like I'm going to have to do that review at this point. But I was like, I'll speak to the manager. And the manager came out. It was another, so it was two ladies. And the lady, she was trying to make it better and basically give me like a free room or something like that. But then the manager got on the phone with somebody else, another a resident that was staying at the hotel as well, and was saying, well, what does this mean of such and such? And they used some words, I can't remember what it was, but the manager type lady had said something, and then it was like echoed by the other lady. It was almost like she trained to say that, but it was echoed by the resident lady. She was like, oh, well, that means such and such. And I don't know I don't know if they said minced or something. I don't know what that means. I don't know if I've been eating too much minced garlic, too much minced clams. And so, anyway, somehow I got some free room and I was going up there, but I still had the keys to whatever key or keys. And I think the room number was 307 or something like that. 307, 306, I don't know. I still had the keys to where they had, but I was like, I'm not gonna stay in that because even though I got the keys, I'm not staying in that. I'm gonna take this, get a room however I'm getting it, however I'm living. I'm gonna I'm gonna be able to do it this way. And so somehow I got a room. I went up to a room. I don't know what happened after that, but something was going on. That was that or whatever. And like I said, whenever it's time for me to put that review, if at all, then I'll post it or whatever. Cause I don't have no problem doing it. But God, like I said, He teaches me how to maneuver through certain stuff. And and again, it's a situation that I don't be knowing what's really going on or what the deal is. But He'll show me either later or He'll show me sometimes in the beginning, but I just might not pick up on it. That's why I said they pick for me from my knower, just automatically knowing. Where I really, literally, I don't want to call it tap in, but I really got to get with God and be like, Lord, what is this? What's going on? What is it here? Because I'll be seeing that surface level. Like I can see somebody is homosexual, I see what type of party this is, but you don't see the behind the scenes or the deeper stuff. God knows those things, so or He'll know their motives. That's what it is. He'll know what their intentions and stuff is, and so where you just don't. And so I don't know. I don't know what that means. I don't know what it is, but that's what's going on. Woke up seeing my sons running outside and stuff like that. I got these little hot and spicy smoked sausages. They are really good. They expensive though, but they're good. But I don't know. I thank God that He removed the intensity, but it's like, and sometimes when He removed the intensity, it made me feel like it's nothing that I gotta worry about or be concerned about at all. But even when it's intense and I feel like I gotta worry, I still know to submit that worry and that concern to God. It's just that on that on that. It's on period. I'll mention God. I'll mention my Heavenly Father. I don't really say the Most High, but I can. And of course, in my prayer language, I call Him by the name that He put on my tongue. Um, but yeah, you better have a relationship with God. Seriously, you can't. I can't make it without Him. Um, I don't know what that was. What's trying to boggle me the most is I only had one child in the dream. Where's my other child? I mean, I got three in real life, but where's my? I know where one is. Where's my other child? But like I said, it will be one of them days if I allow it to be that or call it that. Where really the enemy mad because I asked God for resolve. The enemy mad because um I went through some stuff and I still made it through. Okay, I'm not about to sit here and eat all these. They good though. I ain't want them to waste because I wasted them the last time. The bad boys was good. These like the best type of smoked sausage. I ain't even gonna. I'm not gonna name them because I'm not giving nobody no sponsorship or anything like that. But just know they smoked them good. Hot, hot and spicy. You know, when you talking and you about to get that spice caught right there and you about to choke. That's what almost happened. But I don't mean to even be. I had my video like this at first, and that's how I wanted to keep it. As you can see, it shifted. But weird stuff be going on. I mean, honestly, if my deceased grandma was still living, I probably wouldn't trust her either. I'm telling y'all, when I linked up with dude, he was like, I don't trust nobody, and I might still have it. And I might put it as a thumbnail. I know I still got it, but I spammed him. Did I put him in the spam box? I put him in some box. I put him in the archived. I'm starting to say stuff backwards like I got dyslexia of the mouth. But I put him in the archived pile. Because I don't talk to him no more. And I don't be wanting to see his stuff pop up and stuff. But I'm going to see if I can find it.